Hi, my name is Dan Schmitt. This is Team Chicago Challenge with Peoria Motorcycle Racegrounds, probably the most famous racing area, flat track racing in the country. They bought this land back in 1941. They've been putting on national championship races since 1947. Today we're going to see some of the best racing. We're going to see if Henry Wiles is going to be able to be 9 in a row, I believe. So this is 2013. We're at Peoria, TT motorcycle racing. Let's check out the action.
And it's the Motor Maids that are the honor guard for the American flag at the Peoria Motorcycle Racegrounds. They have been doing this for many, many years with the Peoria Motorcycle Club. Now we're looking at the lineup for the first Pro Singles Heat Race as we start AMA TT National with the Peoria Motorcycle Club. First heat race on the line, waiting for the green light. Who will be fast at Peoria? Heat race number 1. Blasting off the line, looks like Rodney Spencer, the rider from California, sponsored by Mac Daddy Racing. To the jump. On the front straightaway, it is Steven Vandeker up front, Rodney Spencer, Jacob Lieberman, Justin Reed, Hunter Taylor, Richard Levy. Steven Vandeker from Michigan, still up front. Rodney Spencer, Jacob Lehman, Justin Reed, Hunter Taylor, Richard Levy, Jeffrey Lowry, Ryan Kearns, Cody Johnscock. As the checkered flag flies, is Steven Vandeker picking up the red, Rodney Spencer second. Now we're looking at the start of the second Pro Singles Heat Race. You wait for the green light. Blasting off the line, Dan Brownlee, Ryan Wells, Justin Jones, coming down the front straightaway, up front. Number 19, Justin Jones, 94, Ryan Wells, Dan Brumley, Nico Stables, Tyler Johnson, Ben Lowe. This battle up front. Ryan Wells, Justin Jones battling for the lead. Sticking a wheel in there is Dan Brumley from PA. They flash down the front straightaway one more time. They can move towards the jump. Dan Bromley, Justin Jones, Michael Stabler, Kyle Johnson, Ben Lowe. And as the checkered flag flies, it's Ryan Wells picking up the win. Dan Brumley on the KTM running second. Justin Jones running third. Michael Strable running fourth. Kyle Johnson fifth. Ben Lowe is running in sixth place. First expert heat race jumping out front. It's Henry Wiles, fast qualifier. He's on the Don's Kawasaki. Rasper Winery, second place, battle between Brad Baker and JD Beach as we see Henry Wiles coming over to jump one more time. Got Beach and Baker battling out. Baker's on that KTM tuned by Junior Jackson from Fun Mart Cycle Center. Fourth place, William Cato. Robert Pearson, local boy from Morton, running in fifth. Whoa! Where's Henry Wiles? Henry Wiles has broke. J.D. Beach is now up front. Brad Baker right there. William Cato running in third. But the story is no Henry Wiles. He's going to have to run the semi. He's got 8 in a row. That's his winning record so far. Henry Wiles, motorcycle broke. He's going to have to run the semi. Second heat race. Stevie Bosley battling with Sean Russell and Jake Johnson. Three-way battle for the lead. Brian Schmitt, Michael Martin, Aaron King, Brandon Robinson, Dan Mischler. But up front, got Stevie Boise. He's on that Zanatti Racing Honda 450s out of California. So is Sean Russell. Going on to pick up the win, it is Stephen Boisley, my friend. Dan Mischler is going to have to run a semi.
My name is Dan Mischler from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. I ride a Honda 450 in the expert class, sponsored by Mischler's Harley-Davidson, BMW, and Bell Helmets, Finish Line Engines, General Engineering, and we got a couple other guys that help me out, but we're doing pretty good here at Peoria today. It's a hot, sunny day. It's real nice out. My bike's working pretty good.
We'll be watching Dan in that semi. Next up, third expert jumping out front. He's at 23. Is that Jeffrey Carver on the Mac Daddy Racing Honda Kiso Race. Whoa! Jared Mees killed his engine, the #1 rider in the country. There's another rider going to the semi, coming by. It is Jeffrey Carver up front. Brian Bowman running second. Third place, Michael Kinnis. He's the guy from down under. Jeffrey Carver up front. Brian Bowman. Brian Bowman making a move on the inside. He makes the jump. Brian Bowman is now taking over the lead as we see Jared Mees. Was Brian Bowman picking up the win. Jeffrey Carver on the Mac Daddy Racing Honda Kiso Racing running second. And I had a chance to talk to him earlier.
It's Jeffrey Carver, and we're at Peoria Motorcycle Club TT in Illinois, and this is one of the oldest dirt track races going on, and it's got a huge jump on it, and you know, there's a whole bunch of fast guys here, and it's going to be a great race. And we were here a couple weeks ago, and I podiumed, and I did really good, and I was running with the guy that's won this race the last 8 years in a row. I was in front of him for half the race, so we got the speed, and you know, I got a great team behind me. I got George Mack with Mac Daddy Racing, and he gives me a great motorcycle.
Thank you, Jeffrey. And we're going to look at a little bit more from the Smage Brothers Riding Show a little bit later. But first, we're going to talk to Larry Lawrence.
Well, you know, I'm here covering Peoria TT for Cycle News. And Cycle News, a lot of people don't know, they're digital now. It used to be a print publication. You can get it at cyclenews.com. We have coverage of all the AMA Grand National races, road races, superbike races, motocross, whatever you like, Cycle News has it. So go to cyclenews.com and check it out.
Okay, Larry, how you been, Larry? Larry Lawrence, one of my oldest friends from motorcycle racing.
I'm doing great, man. Just covering everything. I've been covering motocross, superbike, flat track, supercross, and it's been fun. I do a weekly column in Cycle News called Archives, where I talk about the old times in the sport, so that's a lot of fun. So I'm having a great time in the sport, and you know, managing to make a living at it, so that's what's important.
Next up, Dash for Cash, jumping out front. Sean Russell, number 28, he's on that Honda. Right behind him, Brad Baker, number 12. He's the rider with Junior Jackson. Fun Mart Cycle Center in Moline, Illinois. Now up front, Brad Baker, the young rider on the KTM, running first. John Russell second, J.D. Beach, Stevie Bosley, Jeffrey Calvert on that Mac Daddy Racing Diesel Racing Honda, Brian Bowman. Coming by again, it is still Brad Baker on the KTM. Fun Mart, Cycle Center, East Moline. Picking up the win, it is Brad Baker. And earlier, I had a chance to talk to this young rider. Let's go to that interview right now.
Hi, I'm Brad Baker, national number 12. We're at the Peoria TT Grand National. First time riding the Fun Mart KTM 450 with Junior Jackson from Fun Mart Dyno Cycle Center doing all the tuning and building the bike. And so far, I guess I can't say it's not my first time on a KTM. I rode a 12 last week for the first time, but the first time on this motorcycle. We went out the first practice session and felt really good. We qualified second, and I haven't looked at this last time, but I think we're second overall, just right off a couple ticks off of Henry Wiles, who won here 8 times now, so we're doing good.
Good ride, Brad. And as we look at the KTM, we're going to talk to multi-time Arena Cross winner, Lake County Supercross winner, Arena Cross Mechanic of the Year, Junior Jackson.
Name's Junior Jackson from FMC Racing, Fun Mart Cycle Center. Just built a bike here for Brad Baker this weekend, first time he's rode it. This is neat. I've never been to one of these. It's pretty cool. I got quite a few bikes out here I built, so it's really pretty neat race.
So what's the trick? Anything special on the suspension with these, or?
You know, we got a ton of horsepower, which is helping a lot in the straight. Kind of showed in the Dash for Cash we got out front and was able to pull. We've just been doing setup all day. You know, this is the first setup I've had for dirt track kind of stuff and TT, so we're kind of doing a little bit of changing here and there to suit his style, but we hit the gearing right on, and I think the last time we just hit the suspension right on.
Yeah, but he won the trophy dash. That's great.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good race.
First semi, and only the top 2 make it to the big show. Up front, it is Jared Mees on the Montgomery Cycle, National Cycle, Honda. Aaron King on the Fun Mart Cycle Center. KTM's running second, Justin Hiddle's third, Kenny Coburn fourth, Dan Mischler running fifth as we see Jared Mees. He's the hot man. He wants to go into that final event. Goes on to pick up the win. I had a chance to talk to him earlier. Let's listen to #1 rider in the USA.
Hi, my name is Jared Mees. We're here at the Peoria, Illinois, famous TT. I've been coming here since 2004. It's one of my favorite racetracks. The key to going fast here is definitely the start and try to stay smooth.
Second expert semi, jumping out front. That's Mickey Rush up front. Henry Wiles is stuck back in 5th place. You got Brandon Robinson, Dustin Crow, Adam Bushman. Henry Wiles is on the move. Second lap. Mickey Rush up front, Henry Wiles running second, and Henry Wiles finds a way on the inside to take the lead on the Don's Kawasaki Rasper Winery DPD Kawasaki. And earlier, I had a chance to talk to this 8-time Peoria winner.
Here at the Peoria TT, the track's looking really good so far. It's breaking up a little bit here and there. It's getting a little dried out. It's taking a groove a little bit right now, but for the most part, you know, it's typical Peoria TT and having fun so far. On the top of the charts so far every time, and hope to just keep the Don's Kawasaki on top today.
All right, so tell me about the website, henrywiles.com.
Yep, you can go to the website. We're getting it updated here, and you can go there to check out all the racing information on Henry.
You guys saw him on America's Got Talent, destroying the top 10. I give you the Smage Brothers! Noise. You got your pants up and over my window here. All right, we got Phil picking up beside the trailer. And Pat here. Dumping the clutch and splatter his way up top. And do a little scrub dub down the trailer. Come on, guys, what do you guys think? Make some noise for that. We got Phil doing some skids. He loves them skids. And Pat stalling that front wheel.
We see the Smage Brothers putting on their show. Remember, they finished second in America's Got Talent. They are some of the top trials riders in the country. And earlier I had a chance to talk to my old friend Phil Smage as he tells me about what he's been doing and his younger brother.
I'm Phil Smage here with Smage Bros Riding Shows. I wouldn't say fresh off America's Got Talent, but we're still kind of riding the wave. You know, it helps a lot with our show because people can relate to what we're doing. Not necessarily because they ride trials or even ride motorcycles, but they saw the show and they remember us from the show. It's like, oh, those are the guys on the TV. Oh, cool, we'll get to see them in person. That'll be sweet. So it's kind of helping out in that manner, you know, helping us get some more bookings and stuff. And national exposure is tough to beat that, you know. So we've been traveling around and performing and trying to make people stoked. Yeah, we got a pretty full schedule. We take into account our competition schedule, which is the national trial schedule and the national enduro cross, and pretty much every weekend besides the competition weekends are full. Myself and my girlfriend race the series. It's called Enduro Cross. It takes all the elements of enduro racing with rocks and logs and even water crossings and crams into a stadium.
Stadium type. How many of them events do you get to do?
There's 8 of those events. Of course, that is mainly a West Coast series, so it's a lot of travel. You know, we got 30,000 miles in the last 7 months, so.
Thank you, Phil. And remember, the Smage Brothers, 2 great motorcycle competitors. And now we're going to look pro singles class. Up front, we got Dan Bromley. He's from Warrington, PA on the Bromley Brothers KTM Racing, KTM North America. And while he is leading, he went down, bringing out the red flag. There's going to be a complete restart. What caused him to go down? My camera was trained on the battle for second. It looks like he might have lost the front end over the jump. Just a simple get off. They're going to have a complete restart, but he caused the restart, but he's not going to start from the back of the pack. I don't know how the rules are. He may be starting from the back of the first pack. But jumping out front, it is Rodney Spencer Jr. He's from San Martin, California. He's sponsored by Mac Daddy Racing, GP Sports, Pinnit Motorsports, Ron Lake, of my pal, Mac Daddy Racing. George Mack has won many, many races. Henry Wiles won the first few of his nationals on George Mack's Honda. So as we watch Ron Spencer, right behind him, there's a battle shaping up between Justin Jones, Jacob Lehman, and Dan Romney on the KTM. He is flying. He blasted off the line, and it looks like he's turning the fastest laps on the racetrack. That Rodney Spencer better watch out. Second place, Justin Jones. Third place, Dan Bromley. Now, making the move to second place, that is Dan Bromley from PA on the KTM, Bromley Brothers KTM. Is he going to be able to catch Rodney Spencer on the Mac Daddy Racing Honda? GP Sports, Pinna Motorsports, Ron Lake picking up the win. It is Rodney Spencer, second place, Dan Bromley, third place, Justin Jones. We watch the start, the 25 lap, expert, pro, Peoria, motorcycle, putting on national championship races since 1947. Henry Wiles is going for his 9th victory as he gets a great start. That's Henry Wiles running up to about 8th place off that back row. Up front as they complete 1 lap. Up front is 28. Sean Russell, second place. 14 is Brian Bowman. Right behind him, Brad Baker, J.D. Beach, C.B. Bosley. Battle up front. As we see, Henry Wiles in the red, white, and blue. Moving up to 6th place, coming off that back row up front. 28, John Russell. Ryan Bowman on the move. Brad Baker. And the KTM, Junior Jackson 2. Fun Mart Cycle Center, East Moline. Sean Russell making a move now, 14. That's Brian Bowman on there. Ron Lake Racing Specialty Fabrication. Moving to first place. Sean Russell running second. Brad Baker moving up. J.D. Beach. Henry Wiles has moved up to 5th place. As we see that Kawasaki, he's in the red, white, and blue riding gear. Making a move. Taking the lead, it's the young Brad Baker, KTM. He is sponsored by Funmark Cycle Center, East Moline, Specialty Fabrication Incorporated, Shank Racing, Junior Jackson 2, Junior Jackson, famous motocrosser from the Midwest, Arena Cross winner, Lake County Supercross winner. Henry Wiles moving up to 3rd place. Brad Baker still up front. J.D. Beach. John Russell slipping back. Stevie Bosley. Robert Pearson, local hero. 2nd place. 14, Brian Bowman. Henry Wiles. Going wide, can he make it work? He's on the gas. Who's going to hit the jump? Henry Wiles takes 2nd place. Wonder if Brad Baker's got any rear view mirrors on that bike as Henry Wiles, number 17, is chasing him down. Ryan Bowman on the move. J.D. Beach. Robert Pearson, local hero from Morton, Illinois. Henry Wiles, Don's Kawasaki, Rasberg Winery, Junior Jackson Tune, KTM USA. Come down the front straightaway. Henry Wiles has got a little bit more. He does his 2 downshifts going in the first corner, and he makes it work. Now it's up to Brad Baker. Can you keep up with the 8-time Peoria winner? And he's also faster down the front straightaway as we see a battle for 3rd place between Brian Bowman and J.D. Beach. J.D. Beach takes that inside line, takes 3rd place. Maybe he thinks he could chase down Henry Wiles. The track looks beautiful. It's starting to groove up a little bit. J.D. Beach is on the gas. He's sponsored by Bartlett Farms Racing, Red Bull, Bell Helmets. Brian Bowman, Ron Lake Racing, Specialty Fabrication. 2nd place, Brad Baker on that Funmark, KTM, Junior Jackson 2. Henry Wiles up front. Don's Kawasaki. Jasper Winery, DPD Racing, PPR Racing. Steve Bosley running 6th, Robert Pearson running 7th, Jared Mees running 8th, 1 lap to go. Jeffery Carver on Mac Daddy Racing running 9th, Brian Schmitt 10th, Michael Kidness from Down Under running 11th, Jake Chance Jackson running 12th, Mickey Rush running 15th. As Henry Wiles gets around Aaron King, he is going on to pick up his 9th straight win. 9 wins in 10 years. 1 year got rained out, but he's won every TT National, last 9 in a row. He has surpassed Chris Carr's record, TT wins at Peoria. Should also point out this year, Henry Wiles has won 9 short track nationals. He is the overall short track leading rider, passing Chris Carr for that title also. Henry Wiles, a good rider, a nice guy. Henry Wiles, the fans love him. There might be Chris Carr over in the corner congratulating him. Chris Carr, former #1 many, many times. The old Prince of Peoria, Henry Wiles, the Prince of Peoria, 9 times. Coming out of Michigan. as he picks up his dad to take the victory lap at Peoria. For more information on the Peoria Motorcycle Club, it's peoriamotorcycleclub.com. On Facebook, it's Peoria Motorcycle Club. For the AMA, the American Motorcyclists Association, it's americanmotorcyclist.com. To contact Henry Wiles on Facebook, it's Henry Wiles 17. The Dirty Chinese stole his website, and I will never be on Facebook because Zuckerberg is a voting manipulator. And to contact me, and I love to hear from my audience, it's teamdan45@gmail.com. Remember, you can always search on YouTube with Dan Schmitt, Motorcycle Racing for great motorcycle racing action, Dan Schmitt Politics to learn what makes America great. And I highly encourage you to visit the World of Motorcycle Museum. They're in Winamac, Indiana. They're 4 miles south of North Judson. They're right off Indiana Highway 39, 4 miles south of North Judson. Give them a call first at 574-896-3172. It's a great trip and a great collection of motorcycles.